Yo, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Fro Thizzle, and today I'm going to be talking about the 2008 video game, Left 4 Dead. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Left 4 Dead is a first-person shooter that was released on Xbox 360 and PC. I know the creatures in this game are technically labeled as the infected, so if I ever call them zombies through the reviews, it's a slip-up, but it's also a natural instinct of mine. Here we follow 4 survivors that roam through an apocalyptic world that's set off by a rabid virus that turns humans into the infected. They're no longer the same person they used to be, and all they wish to do is stomp you to the ground while they claw at you to death. Take 2. Our main 4 characters are Zoe, Bill, Lewis, and Francis. When they're not fighting the infected horde, these 4 are cracking jokes at each other in between the carnage. And Francis gives me some of the bigger laughs due to the one-liners that he gets to deliver. Lewis, aka Pills here, can give me some bigger laughs too, due to how ecstatic and optimistic he can be. Zoe can be quirky herself, but she manages to kick ass when the time comes. But I gotta say, the person that steals the show for me is Bill, the badass cigarette-smoking veteran that shows no fear. Hats off to the voice actors, and rest in peace to Jim French, who was the voice behind Bill. Now, the 4 main campaigns that we're playing through starts with No Mercy, and here we have to travel through a creepy hospital, we have to mow down the infected in order to get to a roof and get rescued by a helicopter. In Death Toll, we're traveling along the countryside. Dead Air is a level where the player has to help fuel up the airplane in order to get out of there. And in Blood Harvest, we have to reach a creepy looking farm that's very reminiscent to the original Night of the Living Dead. It definitely gives me that vibe whenever I play it. I have finished The Sacrifice, which is a campaign that was released a couple years later in 2010. This level's pretty sad because we have to say goodbye to one of our main 4 characters, and canon-wise, it's Bill, but we can still choose what character we have to leave behind in order to keep advancing. There is another downloadable campaign named Crash Course, and I admittedly haven't played this. Moving on to the weapons. For the firearm selection, we have a semi-automatic pistol that we can choose to dual wield if we manage to find another. And it's also the only firearm in the game that has unlimited ammo, and it's the only one that we can use while we're knocked down on the ground from the infected. There's also submachine guns, pump-action shotguns, and assault rifles. As far as the melee weapons go, we have Molotovs, pipe bombs, and we can even throw propane tanks at the hordes coming in. I will admit, the main reason why I enjoy Left 4 Dead 2 just a tad bit more than the first installment is the weapon system. I think it's handled way better in Part 2, and it's way more enjoyable and more fun for the experience of killing the infected. But I do still have fun with 1. The special infected in this game are well designed, and a lot of fun to not only play against, but to also play as through the versus mode in the game. When I was younger, I always found the witch to be super creepy, but as I got older, I would find ways to throw a Molotov and then run away, or just blast her away with the automatic shotgun. But when she runs after you full speed, it's a terrifying sight, for sure. The boomer just makes me laugh. He looks like a sack of potatoes, and his constant groaning while he's stumbling around is grossly hilarious. He can get pretty tedious because he throws up boomer bile on you, and it attracts the other infected to come running at you. The smoker grabs you by his tongue, drags you in, and starts clawing at you while you're suspended and helpless. But the one special infected that annoys the living shit out of me is the hunter, because he catches you by surprise at the worst time possible. And last but not least, my guy, the tank. Now, the tank isn't so hard to kill, but he's definitely the toughest out of the bunch. He's always pissed off on a roid rage. He's throwing cars and grabbing rubble from underground and chucking it at you while he's charging forward. Every special infected has a certain musical cue or certain theme song behind them when they pop up, which is how I know I'm about to fight a witch or a boomer, a hunter, a smoker. And I gotta say, my favorite small theme song out of all of these infected has to be the tank, because it's pretty epic. It's like dun 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 and you hear him yell, "Dum, dum, dum." Like, it's pretty dope. The health system is pretty easy to navigate. You can either patch yourself up rather quickly, or you can help heal other teammates, or you can steal their med packs if you're like that. Our 4 characters find themselves in a safe house between each level, and here we are able to find health packs and various ammunition for the weapons. We can restore and recharge right before we go back into battle. In conclusion, Left 4 Dead has always been one of my favorite games of all time. And while I enjoy Part 2 just a tad bit more, Part 1 will always have a special place for me. The overall gameplay kicks ass, the controls are smooth, the violence can get pretty brutal, but the humor that's sprinkled around has always made my experience enjoyable. I'm going to give Left 4 Dead 1 a 10 out of 10. And that's it, y'all. It's your boy Fro. What do you think about Left 4 Dead 1? Are you a fan like I am? Do you remember when it was released back in 2008? Comment below, let me know your thoughts. And I'm on to the next review. Thank you for watching. Fro.